Large-scale maintenance operations have a data problem. Let me explain to you why. So first, there is a word that you are going to hear a lot. It's called Enterprise Asset Management, EAM. It's the ERP for maintenance. So essentially the system of record for this industry. Now imagine you are a technician working on a train, you've fixed a door, you love your job. Now comes the hard part. You have to enter your report in the EAM. It's the end of your shift, you don't remember all the details, and you dread this part because you don't know how to put the data and what to write. And so it's going to take you time, roughly like 30 minutes per day doing this. It's going to lack a lot of important information. And in the end, the leadership won't know what to do with this data. So essentially, it leads to a lot of operational inefficiencies. So what's the solution? Talk to Quintess AI instead. So our AI, so it's like relatively easy for the technicians, it's just a call away, and our AI conduct structured interviews. We collect all required information accurately. We integrate with the legacy EAM, so our customers don't have to migrate to a new solution. And technician reports while it's fresh, and they spend only 5 minutes per day instead of 30 minutes. And they love it. So now let's see Quintess AI in action.
I'm a technician. I just worked on a door issue. I'm going to report using Quintess AI.
Hi, Zach. Could you confirm that you are working on work order 93? Door 4 on car 3 is not closing properly on tray 550.
That's correct.
Could you describe the work that you did?
Yeah, I would cause the issue. The door was not closing because of an infrared sensor malfunction, and I found out that there was a loose cable, so I tightened the cable and did 10 test cycles, opening and closing the door, and the door works properly now.
When did you start and stop the work?
So I started this afternoon, 1 p.m., and finished at 3 p.m.
Is the job fully done, or are there any pending tasks?
It's fully done.
Got it. The work on work order 93 is complete. Thanks for your work, Zach.
Thanks. Okay, now in a few seconds, we'll see the work order updating.
Okay, so now you see essentially the result, right? Once the technician has talked to the AI. So in a few seconds, we entered all the data that they hate entering, right? So you have a clear summary of their work, you have the labor entry, you have the new status of the job work. So everything is done for them. So our first customers are already going live. We have strong market demand. We did more than 60 discovery calls across rail industry, but also telecom, automotive. And we got like 3 key learnings. First, 90% of our prospects validated that they had a data issue. Secondly, they mentioned that they were not going to change from their legacy EM system, right? It's just too crazy of a project. You have to think 1-2 years migrating to a new platform. They won't do that. And finally, mobile apps of those legacy EM, they don't solve the data collection issue. So just think for a second, you're a technician, you have greasy hands, and now you try to enter some report on a tiny screen. It's just not going to work. So we have 3 paid pilots secured in the rail industry. It's an industry I know very well. I've worked in this space for 10 years and I have lots of contacts. Those companies are huge. They have 20,000 technicians across the world, all 3 combined. But they also have a collection of small operations, right? So that's how we start with our pilots. We are pioneering our pricing at launch. It's a pay-per-use model, 1,500 revenue per technician per year right now. And we expect to expand to 650 technicians and generate 1 million ARR after we have successful pilots with those 3 customers, right? So it's really land and expand within the same customers. And just for you to give you an idea of the opportunity just with those 3 customers, right? If all of their 20,000 technicians were using our product, we would generate 30 million per year. So the US time, we did a bottom-up approach, looking at the industries, core target industries for us that share this maintenance data problem, so across manufacturing, transportation, utilities. We have a total of 1.5 million technicians in the US. That leads us to 2 billion with our current pricing, at launch. But obviously, we collect all this maintenance data, right? So we are going to leverage this data to provide more value to our customers. And that's how we are going to increase our pricing to 6,000 per technician and get to 9 billion market. So as I mentioned, our beachhead market is a rail industry. It has this very interesting characteristic that we have no red tape to start with, right? It's small operations that are very much willing to work with us. We had a prototype in October. We are going live next week. Then we will expand within those same companies across the rail industry. Once we have proven our product in this industry, we'll expand in other verticals. Our competition. Right now, the true competition is build your own Quintess AI, leveraging AI platforms or horizontal AI, right? It's a nightmare for our customers, and it doesn't match all of our value propositions. Another approach is just to do a small revamp of the UI. It doesn't solve the core problem of maintenance accuracy. Otherwise, you have AI maintenance startups. They tend to focus on helping with troubleshooting, this kind of stuff. But if you don't solve the data issue, it's garbage in, garbage out. You're not going to get good results. Our teams, 2 engineers, we met in France from a top engineering school. I went on with an MBA at Wharton, 15 years of experience in maintenance. My co-founder, Julien, has 15 years of software experience scaling startups, and we scale Quintess AI together. So we are kicking off pre-seed fundraising with Inception. Currently planning to raise 1.5 to 2 million, still crunching our numbers. We'll use those funds to expand with our early customers, get to 650 technicians on our platform and 1 million ARR. Thank you. I'll be at the back if you want to talk to me, and if you're online, you can reach out to me at zach@quintess.ai.
Awesome.